Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys my routine on how I cover up my acne or my acne scarring. For the past couple of months, I have been breaking out. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but it's been like along my cheeks here, and then over here it's starting to get like really worse. I know what it is. I actually went to the dermatologist. I know it's hormonal acne, and I had to change the medication that I was on. I do have a video that I did 2 years ago, and that was how I cured my hormonal acne. I want to get into the pills I take or the face products right now. All that is in that video that's down below, so if you want to check that out, you can. Obviously, this was a really hard video for me to put out because I'm not used to showing my face this messed up like this. Like, honestly, it's really hard for me because of the fact that I'm used to everybody saying like, oh, you have wonderful skin, you have great skin, even when you don't wear makeup. And now my skin like totally went berserk and crazy. And yeah, so there's certain steps that I do take to cover the acne scars and also to cover the acne in general. So the first step I do is I take a primer. And the reason why I use a primer is because obviously to minimize the pores on my skin, but not only that, but because I have this texture going on in my skin, I want to smooth out the surface, and that way I have like a smooth canvas to work with. My favorite primer that I've been using for the past week or two has been this Urban Decay Optical Illusion Complexion primer. This is fairly new, and that's why I've only been using it for about 2 weeks. Before I was using this, I was using my Professional by Benefit. Whatever primer works for you guys, you can use, but this one I find it really does give me like a really smooth look to the skin, and that's what I want to do before I start putting everything on the skin. So the first thing I'm going to do is take a little pump of this and put it on the back of my hand. Just one pump, and I probably won't use it all. So what I'm going to do is just take this and put it here and just in those areas, and then I'm just going to smooth it out. Now that I have a nice smooth canvas to work with, I'm gonna go in with that color corrector. If you are dealing with like redness and things like that, you always want to use a green color corrector. I'm going to put this on all these spots, and particularly the red ones, because that's what basically I really want to hide. If you have a concealer, you can also put a little green eyeshadow in it. That's a little trick I learned. You can basically make your own color corrector. You can also put this around your nose as well if you get redness in your nose area. So I'm just going to go ahead and just put a little bit there. I don't have too much redness around my nose area, but it does help combat the redness there. So the next thing I'm going to do is I want to take my beauty blender, and I'm just going to just pat that into the skin. You can use your fingers as well, but I find like this method works so much better. The next step, guys, is to use a concealer. So I'm taking this MAC Studio Fix concealer in NC30, and I want to put it on each of those areas with a concealer brush. I don't suggest you using a lighter concealer than your face. Don't use something that you would use underneath your eyes, because you don't want to emphasize those spots on your face by using a lighter concealer. Okay guys, so now that we've put the concealer where we want it, I'm going to take my beauty blender again, and I'm just going to push the concealer into my skin. I'm not going to rub it. What I'm going to do is just gently tap my skin and just push the concealer in. I know this may sound a little weird to you guys, but I am going to go in with a little bit of powder. The reason why I want to do the powder before the foundation is just to set that concealer in my skin. So now I'm just going to take a little bit of my Clinique transparent powder, and I just want to blot it on those places that we put the concealer. The next thing I'm going to go in with is going to be my Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. I'm going to spray my face because we are still going to go in with the foundation, and I don't want my face to look cakey. So this kind of settles everything in and doesn't make it look really cakey. I feel like that's a mistake a lot of people make when they're trying to cover blemishes. I've done it as well in the past. I really cake on the makeup just trying to cover it when it makes it look worse than it really is. You want to let this set and you want it to dry. So we're going to take a few minutes here and just let it dry on my face, and then we're going to go in with my foundation. I'm going to use the Estee Lauder Double Wear. As you guys can probably see, I use this a lot. I only have a little bit left in this. This is one of my favorite foundations. It gives you like such a flawless complexion. I can't explain it, but it really does a job. Plus it's also not too matte and it's not too dewy, so that's what I like about it. I don't want to put something so matte on my face that it's going to really look like caked up, and I don't want anything too dewy either. So this is like really kind of in between. So obviously I'm going to finish off my whole face, but before I do that, I'm going to go in with the same Clinique powder that I used, and I want to dab this on my whole face. So now that I've set it with powder again, I'm going to go in again with my Urban Decay All Nighter and just spray my face. Basically everything I do to cover up the acne. I will come back, I'll do my full makeup and I'll come back to you guys. I know I may look a little pale right now, but remember I have to put like bronzer on and things like that, so that will definitely bronze up the look. It's not powdery at all. I don't feel powdery. I definitely think me spraying my face with the All Nighter spray really helped out a lot. If you don't have this spray, you can use like MAC Fix Plus. As you guys can see, I'm like at the bottom. It probably has to get thrown out now, but you guys can use like Max Fix Plus. You guys can use the Pixie makeup misting spray. Any spray that you guys have, like any setting spray, is really good because like I said, you're putting a lot of products on your skin, so you want to make sure that you're not looking too cakey or too powdery. So I'm going to finish off my makeup and I will be back with you guys in a few minutes. Okay guys, so I'm back, and this is what happens when I have a lot of time on my hands and no distractions. I like do like a total full face here, and I go in hard with the glitter. But anyway, going back to what this video is about, I feel like I covered up the blemishes really well, and also the scarring as well. You'll never know that I have like those blemishes underneath my makeup. Like I said, making sure you use a setting spray is key. Probably number one key to this, because like I showed you guys before, you don't want it to be too cakey, you don't want it to be too powdery, so you always want to make sure you use that setting spray. So anyway guys, yeah, so I think it turned out really well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget, if you guys want to see how I did cure my cystic acne, the video will be in the link down below. You just click on it and you can watch that video. Thank you guys always for watching. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.